I was thinking when I was trying to come up with something to do for Throwback Thursday, I was like racking my brain. And there's literally everything that came before today to choose from for Throwback Thursday. And I came across this quote: "The richness of life lies in memories we've forgotten." The richness of life lies in memories we've forgotten. I was thinking the memories that we've forgotten, they don't really vanish. They just seem to like settle into the background somewhere. They're part of who we are. They kind of help shape the way we respond to the world and our preferences and the way that we do things, and they're always there kind of speaking to us, maybe subconsciously, and we can't quite trace it back to a specific memory, like how a smell can take you back in time to somewhere. Like when I smell Clorox, I think of my grandmother's kitchen. I can't remember a specific Saturday where that smell originated from or something like that, but it always takes me back there. How we might feel comfortable in certain places, but we don't really understand why, or around some people, and we don't really understand what it is that makes it so rich. Maybe it's that those kind of memories are, they're not bound by the way we continuously like analyze them and think of them, and you know they become just kind of pure. It's like the memories that we actively hold can become stale or rigid or change with retelling. How somebody tells a story, you've heard the story a million times, and every time it's a little bit different. Or the sense of when you're telling a story, a memory of something, and you've told it time after time, it's like ingrained. You know it like the back of your hand. And then all of a sudden you tell it in the presence of someone else who was there, and they're like, no, that's not really what happened. It was that, and they have a completely different thing. It's kind of like the memories that we don't hold on to in that way have a way of like surprising us when we remember them again for the first time, or for the first time in a long time. And then another quote I came across was, "In plucking the fruit of memory, one risks spoiling its blooms." And that's kind of neat. It's kind of like, the very act of reaching for something or recalling something like that disturbs it. Like if you're trying to, I don't know, I'm thinking of like Narcissus looking at his image in the water, and it's like so perfect, and he wants to reach in there and touch it, but as soon as he touches the water, it's gone. If we grasp at something like that, we end up grasping something that's different from what we're reaching for. It's like how a dream sometimes can feel. It's like when you wake up or you first remember a dream that you've had, it's so vivid. But the more you try to tell people or remind yourself what happened in the dream, the more fuzzy it gets. It's like it loses some of its magic if you think about it too much. It's like some of the memories that are so interesting and enjoyable to experience come to you at the most odd times, unexpected times. You're in the shower, or you're washing dishes, or driving down the road, whatever. You're not consciously thinking about something that happened 15 years ago. Just like all of a sudden something will trigger it, and there it is. kind of like, you know, thinking of somebody that's mining for gold or whatever. They put all this work and effort into digging this hole and digging and digging and digging and digging. And then, you know, after all this work, they find this tiny little nugget or something like that. And then you've got this person that's walking along the stream, downstream from them, and all of a sudden something catches their eye. It's like a huge piece of gold or something like that. You know, instead of mining the depths of your memory for this nugget, just appreciate what shows up. I think that's a neat way of thinking about it. Thinking about this, I was thinking Throwback Thursday. You know, I was thinking maybe I don't want to disturb some of those memories by going back and consciously trying to pull something interesting, some nostalgic thing, some childhood memory or something like that. When I read those quotes, it made me think, if something comes to me, that's cool. But if not, I don't want to mess with those memories. I don't want to dig around trying to find the perfect thing when the perfect thing will present itself when it should. So with that in mind, I thought maybe I should change Throwback Thursday to something else. So I started trying to come up with words that start with TH, like Throwback Thursday, thoughtful, but I already have Thinking Tuesday. Turns out there's about 2,000 words that start with TH, more than that, but. And I didn't go through all of them, obviously, but I winnowed it down, and I finally came up with one that I thought would be an interesting way to use Thursday, to have a theme for Thursday, and that is Thursday threads. And what I want to try to do with this is try to find common threads between things, and this can look any number of different ways. But anyway, without further ado, here's what the Thursday threads will look like, at least the thumbnail. We'll go from there. We'll pick it up tomorrow with Freeform Friday. You never know what's going to happen on Freeform Friday.